As far as the turnout is concerned, actually our target is something like 500 people. I think we're able to meet the target, overshoot the target.
Sobra pong nakakatuwa dahil nandito po ang ating chairman, ang ating pong vice president at sila po ang nagsasabi. This is the first time na ganito kainit, ganito kadami ang nagsidalo dito. At napakataas po ng pananaw ng bawat isang dumalo dito. Ngunit hindi po kami nasisiyahan sa ganon. Ang in-expect ko po sa kanila ay ibibigay nila sa akin yung roadmap na tatapusin po nila buhat ngayon hanggang bukas para magkaroon po talaga tayo ng isang panuntunan na magiging isang direksyon ng seaweed industry sa buong bansa so that hindi lang po yung kasapatan sa sarili natin but ito po pwede natin gamitin even for export.
That's why we're going to make a workshop, something like that tomorrow. So we're gonna all the stakeholders serious ngayon. We want farmers to say what's your problem. How can we help you? The exporter processors, the traders, exporters, how can we help you? Hindi lang sabihin mo sa akin, palawak mo nga yung 60,000 metric ton. Ano nga gusto mo? Di ba? Gusto mo paramihin yung cottonay? Gusto mo ba paramihin yung spinosum? Ano? So, we're gonna make a very specific, detailed roadmap. And we want every stakeholders to be involved. Para walang sisihan. Baka mamaya sabihin naman ng farmers, kayo lang nagpaplano dyan. So, gusto namin lahat. We want the inputs of the farmers, the inputs of the processors, the inputs of the exporters, traders. Everybody has to pitch in order for this industry to survive and succeed.
Yeah, that's very true because the secretary is really pouring more funds to show that they really recognize the economic impact of the industry. No? That is why in 2012, our current year budget is something like 40 million. Tapos for 2013, according to the secretary, we are pouring in 265. That's about 600% increase of the budget for the seaweed development program. And then another thing, I think the main focus of that budget is really more on the seaweed production support budget for our small scale farmers, fisher folk. Because we wanted to address one of the reasons that we're importing a lot of seaweed raw materials from other countries, something like 60,000 metric tons in a year. No? So we are trying to produce that much para hindi na po mag-import ang ating mga processors from other countries. Because that will translate into more jobs, more income sa ating fisher folk if we can produce that much here in the country.
For now, I think the best thing to do is expand mo na yung production. Kasi if there is a demand, kung bago pa lang tayo magtatanim, atrasado na tayo. Yun sa negosyo, sa principle, sa business. Kung magsisimula pa lang, kung kailangan ng tao, bago ka pa lang magtatanim, atrasado ka na. Like 2-3 months ago, the price was a little bit down. So maraming farmer na medyo nag-discourage konti na naman. Kasi nakasanay sila ng 120 pesos That's an impossible price. If it continue like that, all processors have to close plant. They cannot survive because seaweed is not the only food additives. Maraming pwede ma-replace. So we have to also to protect the processors, hindi lang yung farmers. No? So there should be at a certain price, kumikita rin yung processor, kumikita rin yung mga farmers. Hindi pwede yung processors lang o yung farmers. So how do we do that? By first is increase mo na yung production. Increase production para maging stable yung price. Kung mas stable yung price, then we can make, from there on we can make yung mga, how do we develop yung natin, diversify natin yung mga application natin, go into, let's say, into rehydrating or export natin mga dry, tapos i-rehydrate, marami. Hindi lang naman karajinan lang naman ang seaweeds application. Kasi katulad namin, meron kami nag-export sa China, yung seaweeds dried, ginagawa nilang salad. So, pwede rin. So, pwede maktanim dito, tapos ibenta natin sa kanila. Okay rin, di ba? So, as long as we know how to, let's say, kasi multi-fronts yan. If you say Karaginan only, baka masobra tayo yung production natin. So that's why we need to develop new areas. Let's say like yung sinasabi ko sa inyo, yung ginagawa namin salad sa China. Just imagine 1.2 billion people. How can we supply 1.2 billion people eating? So we can never meet their demand. No? So instead of, aside from producing seaweeds for the Karaginan, we also produce another variety of seaweeds also for exporting to supply other to other countries. So aside from self-sufficiency tayo, meron tayo sobra. Excess tayo, tapos diversify. Para yung fresh seaweeds, they are developing in Batangas. Batangas, fresh nila. If we dry it, 5 pesos lang yung per kilo. Kung dali mo sa farmer's market, sa Cubao Farmers Market, they can sell us 80 pesos, 90 pesos, isang kilo fresh. So if we can educate yung mga tao sa Manila, example, kasi ganyan, konti pa lang yung tao kumakain ng seaweeds. If we could educate them, try to eat seaweed, it's good for the health, rich in iodine, hindi na kayo kailangan mag-iodized salt kasi natural yon. So just imagine the market you're creating. So if many people eat seaweeds, organic, healthy, you're helping the farmer pa. Hopefully, within the 2 years, meron tayo may mga tangible results. Hopefully. Yeah, maganda kay Secretary kasi namamadali siya. Ganun rin kami, namamadali kami. Gusto namin resulta kaagad. So, ganun lang.
Ang assurance po natin sa ating farmers that we will really provide production support, preferably nationwide. Yan po ang aming layunin, yan po ang aming objectives na sila po ay aming matulungan wherever they are. Kung merong seaweeds, nandun po ang gobyerno para tumulong sa kanila. At this point in time, the government is really dead serious of really pushing hard to increase production so that it will spur the economic activity in the countryside and then of course improve the quality of life of our fisherfolk.
Stakeholders, let's put all our difference aside. Let's work together for the industry and move this country forward.
Sa atin pong mga seaweeds farmers, kailangan po ang isang maayos at diretso pong pagtutulungan. Hindi na po kayo nag-iisa, kasama niyo po ang pamahalaan, hindi lang po sa inyong produksyon hanggang sa pamilihan po. Salamat po, mabuhay po kayo.
Sa atin mga seaweed farmers at sa kabuuan po ng industriya, binabati po natin sila sa matagumpay na pagdadaos ng convention na ito. Ngayon po ay marami po mapapansin po natin na marami po sa dumalo sa convention ito yung mga mangingisda. At doon po ako natutuwa, nagagalak po ako, nakikita po natin ang total participation po ng ating mamamayan sa ganitong gawain. Dapat po kasi pag may industriya, walang naiiwan. Kailangan po yung nagpo-produce ng seaweeds, makinabang, malaman nila kung ano nangyayari. Yung pong nasa trading, ganun din, makinabang at malaman nila nangyayari. At ganun din po ang manufacturing sector. Kailangan nag-uusap-usap po sila at ang pamahalaan po ay patuloy na gagabay at makikiisa at magiging active partner sa pag-unlad po ng industriya ng seaweed.